Hello good people of YouTube. Today is Tuesday, July 14th, 2015, and I'm your host, Wolf Tiger. And yes, it is that time. The time for another exciting episode of
The Things That Make You Go,
the series that takes an editorial, and sometimes sarcastic, look at the realm of video games and technology. So let's get started, shall we? Well, in today's news, we have another example of a game developer putting foot into mouth because Gearbox Software CEO Randy Pitchford was on Twitter arguing with fans over Alien Colonial Marines and defending the title because he invested $10 million in that game and lost it all. And we all know how that game came out and the massive amount of disappointment that the game was after what was previewed the year before. Let me get you more details on this story. The following dialogue was a result of Randy Pitchford discussing how upset he was and hurt over the lawsuit and class action lawsuit filed against Gearbox over Aliens Colonial Marines. Invested heavily, all I hear about is how you misuse funds and outsource large chunks of the game. That doesn't square. I invested over $10 million on top of Sega's investment, lost it all. The way you look down on the fans who trusted you and were slighted is pathetic. You have had every chance to be the good guy. No one hurts more than me when our entertainment fails to entertain, but the claims of malintent are hurtful and unhelpful. You outright lied about what the game was like and you didn't own up to it. You are lying about your lies is the issue, but what you are saying is not true. You are repeating something you heard or was influenced by a hurtful article or video. Here's where it gets interesting. The fact is the demo and the like you showed off before release were not representative of what the game was truly like. Every demo was exactly the game at the time. Games change during development, and all games do. All media, in fact. Then why did it change for the worse? You did not listen to what the fans liked about the demo and keep it in. The game actually changed for the better in tons of ways, in my honest opinion. They never demoed areas that are among the best. I like the metagame. I effed up all the time, like constantly, but my purpose is to entertain. I fail at that too, but claims of fraud are unfair. So there you have it. Randy Pitchford is upset that fans started a class action lawsuit and they were sued for fraud over a game coming out that didn't resemble the demo and what was displayed before the game was released. He feels that the game was still good enough and it resembles what was promised enough. He feels they produced a game good enough that it didn't need to be scrutinized and they didn't commit fraud. That's fair enough because it's understandable. He made the game, so it was his baby. The problem is, just like so many other developers, he took the argument to Twitter. So many developers out there make the same mistake. They go out into the public and start an argument with the fans. Haven't they learned by now? Just look at how many of these outcries have ended with developers, personalities getting fired, getting closed, because the public turns against them after such an outburst. We've seen name after name dropped from Microsoft, Electronic Arts, and other companies over such Twitter displays. I mean, the first couple times you'd expect it to happen because some people out there don't understand the power of social media. But this has happened over and over again over the last several years. These guys need to learn. Let PR handle these kind of issues. Don't make it a personal fight because over social media you can't win. You cannot argue with the internet. Please, Mr. Pitchford and other developers, do not try to fight your fights over the internet. It's just common sense. No matter how right you think you are or how upset you are, you're not going to help your cause by arguing with your monitor. You're not going to win. So please just let it go and keep your frustrations, your fears, your doubts to yourself. Otherwise, we're gonna have a whole lot more people in hot water for saying the wrong thing. As always, we'll keep our eyes open and see what happens next. That's all for now. Peace out.